ensure God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim, Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Meaning versus beliefs. Meanings are different than beliefs in very subtle and yet important ways. Once again, meaning is a primary force in the universe. That means it comes first, before belief. You must first have established the meaning, either by assessing the meaning already present or by asserting one of your own creation. Then, and only then, comes belief in the meaning, which then empowers it. While many people would substitute beliefs for meaning, they are fundamentally different. Most people, which includes me in many places throughout this book, will refer to a person's meaning as a belief. Technically, meaning is a certain understanding and position regarding the object, situation, or person, etc. Then, your degree of belief is your level of confidence in the meaning. Belief is more specifically confidence and your assessment of a situation's validity. An example, you might believe that the situation will work out in a very positive and beneficial way. You might say that is your belief, and it is. But technically, your meaning is that it is working out just fine for you, and you have a high confidence in that meaning. You believe it. Just to give you another example to show you how these two concepts are truly different, even though most people, including me, put them together. When something happens and you say, "I don't believe this," you have assessed the meaning of the situation and you have given it a very low confidence level. No confidence, no belief. You wouldn't now call this one of your disbeliefs, would you? You don't go around talking about your disbeliefs because you don't think of them in that way. It isn't wrong to call the meanings that you believe your beliefs. I just want you to really understand exactly what meaning is and how it is separate from beliefs but still integral to them. Resonance and quantum physics. Physics is divided into two main categories, which are classical physics and quantum physics. The classical physics is used to describe large objects from billiard balls to planets, while quantum physics is used to describe the motion and activity of very small particles such as electrons. The first of these, classical physics, is described as billiard ball physics. This is the Newtonian view of matter in that it is the study of physical matter interacting with physical matter. When this ball hits that ball at a certain speed and a certain mass, the second ball will move in a very predictable manner every single time. This level of physics has described the universe, our planet, and the interaction of matter very well for hundreds of years and more. For our purposes, this level of physics is the understanding and description of the physical representations in our universe. Remembering that nothing really exists in the physical, but instead it is only represented there. So, classical physics describes and explains these representations. This would be a certain amount of energy that is represented as a billiard ball hits another certain amount of energy representing itself as another billiard ball, which results in certain new positions that these representations will assume after the interaction. As we know, these representations are created by meaning and can be changed if their meaning is ever changed. Thus, water can be changed into wine or rocks into bread. It is at this level of consciousness and understanding that matter seems real. It is at this level of understanding that our eyes receive light through the lenses and convert them into electrical chemical impulses in our brains into an image. That is the classical view of physics, that everything really exists and that situations and circumstances are real physical events that must always respond in a certain way. In this way of viewing the world and our universe, we easily predict that if a person has their eyes closed or they have no eyes at all, then since the light is unable to reach the visual cortex by the system of electrical chemical impulses, the person is unable to see. It is from this physical representational view that we know that fire burns flesh and that missing hands are unable to feel objects. It is in this view that we are accepting the already established meanings of objects and situations. In this view of reality, a bullet with a certain weight or mass that is traveling at a certain speed will penetrate flesh and cause a severe wound as a result. Remembering that our own realities will always support our point of view, the viewpoint of classical physics has been verified and substantiated for hundreds of years. Even when there was evidence to the contrary, it was never scientifically provable evidence. It couldn't be replicated, it was discounted, or it was just never came to the attention of the mainstream physicist. Now, we get to the very interesting and most important of these two viewpoints of physics. The second level of physics is known as quantum physics, which deals with the activity and interaction of the most fundamental elements and particles of our universe. At this level, nothing is certain. No actions can be predicted at all. All that quantum physics can predict is possibilities. Nothing is certain, and instead, everything is possible.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 5, segment number 13. Let your quest for knowing continue.